Well, greetings ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bioshock Infinite. Now, you may or may not know that I actually did a full playthrough of Bioshock Infinite Explained, where I went through the whole game, completely open plotline, and kind of explained the plotline as we went. So it was very much designed for people that had been through the game and wanted to find out more about it. The series was really successful. Thank you so much for all of you guys that supported me during that series. And lots of you asked if I would have a look at the new DLC content as well, which is obviously came out just a couple of days ago. So here we are, Burial at Sea Episode 1. Now, at the moment, I haven't played through this. I know no spoilers about it, so this is going to be a blind playthrough. But of course, I will bring in lots of the explanations from the main game while I do so. If you haven't played through the main game, I suggest that you do so before watching this playthrough. And of course, we'll be hypothesizing about what the ending of plot lines of this may be. So this could have potential spoilers in it for the Burial at Sea episode as well. So completely blind. Here we go. New game. Select a difficulty level. Now we went through the original one on 1999 mode, so I assume we'll do the same again. This could be your famous last words, but but let's give it a go. You cannot change difficulties from within the game once you selected 99 mode. I am almost certainly sure. Almost certainly. DeWitt Investigations. The moment she came into my office, I knew nothing was ever going to be the same. Now, I believe from... I mean, I'm one of these people that always avoids spoilers, so I know very little about this on purpose, deliberately. But I do know that I believe it's set not in Colombia. But anyway, I'll be quiet now so we can hear the... You can hear the plot. And it's Booker.
We're closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Okay. We'll start with a light in the bag, which has a bear in it. I'll light the woman's cigarette with the bear. Okay, no. I assume, as I was going to say, I assume this is the office that was in the original plotline, but wasn't there a window here in the original plotline? The door's kind of in the same place, and the second door's in the right place, but I think there was a window there, so maybe it's not. Maybe we're in a completely different location. Here you go, here's your light. I assume this is Anna.
Got a name, miss?
Elizabeth.
Oh, sorry, Elizabeth. Well, both. Elizabeth / Anna / whatever.
You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
Very flirtatious, very mysterious, but remember, Booker, she's your daughter. So let's just have the money. Oh, some nice delayed bedspread there. Let's see if there's anything else we can raid before we go. My old military medallions, of course, from the Battle of Wounded Knee. And I think in a quick shot there we actually saw a Pinkerton badge. Because Booker, in his kind of previous life before the whole Columbia incident, was a kind of an enforcer for Pinkerton. I don't think he was a private investigator, though, unless I misremembered the plotline. Ah, so not Columbia.
Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know.
But
I know
Rapture.
someone who does. Follow me.
Andrew Ryan, no gods or kings, only man. Well, fantastic. We are under the ocean, but it looks like we are here before the, you know, the massive revolution. There's a whale. That's that cool. There's a whale. That is beautiful. Because obviously, so as soon as you reach Bioshock in the original game, it's wrecked. There's been revolution after revolution, and everything, turtles, and everything is just falling to bits and leaking. And so we must be here as Rapture was meant to be, which is a really cool idea. Right, come on then, Lizzie. Show me the world. Although, can it be better than whales and turtles?
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking.
And as to be said that the Rapture,
Tells me a man with your particular
which hasn't been
talents
destroyed, is nearly as beautiful as the as Columbia, which was stunning when you first saw it. Fontaine's thugs rot in former department store. Nice.
Good afternoon.
Hi, how's your face? Oh, a magazine called Lusts. I'll come back when I'm not with Elizabeth, okay? Wink. Some lady with her cigarette crumbs. Everyone likes to smoke. Door's a bit locked. I suppose one of the things about the Columbia when you first get there not in the DLCs, when you go at that first moment where you burst through out the lighthouse, you just get that sense of serenity and the sense of beauty of the city. And you never have that moment with Bioshock in Rapture, but the original Bioshock 1 with Rapture. But actually it is stunning.
Would have remained a patent clerk. It's our responsibility to strive. Here.
And of course, Andrew Ryan's city would of course be majorly based around politics, as he was very. I think he was almost keen on anarchy, wasn't he? He wanted to kind of deregulate the individual person and kind of free them up. Little Wonders recreational facility. Oh, it's the girls from the, I want to say Granny's Garden, but not Granny's Garden, sort of Magical Garden.
Just look what happened to Frank Fontaine.
Ah, yeah. So this must be pre the Fontaine Rebellion as well.
What are they?
Ah!
You've been cabin and arcade.
Ah!
Little sisters. Atom factories.
It's grotesque.
Oh, well, that is grotesque, and probably even more grotesque once their big daddies come along. Ooh, of course, big daddies. If we're in Rapture, that means we're gonna.
Rapture, I could compromise in Red Hook.
We're just men and women, Alan. You hold yourself to that standard, you'll never be happy.
In what country is there a place for men like me? Men who refuse to say yes to the doubters and the parasites.
Yes, but even Andrew Ryan takes a vacation.
Indeed, the politics goes on. But yes, I will finish my thought. If we're in Rapture, that means big daddies. That means big daddies. Ooh.
Come on, we haven't got all day.
What's this? Premio Jet Postal. Guess they're trying to send their wares around the city. I understand that. Little Wonders Cashmere. Unless that's some sort of like production fleet. Oh, and in fact, there we are. The big daddies.
They're just some kind of machine.
Sander Cohen. There he goes. So I remember him. Wasn't he the piano player in Bioshock 2? Maybe?
I say, you should have to prove you're properly versed on a topic before you're allowed to vote on it. Otherwise, it's just a knee-jerk response from the uninformed. Does more harm than good.
Ah, here.
Judge that.
Can you imagine if every conversation in real life was this deep? You just walked along the city and everyone's discussing advanced level political theory. Sorry, Elizabeth, I guess I'm kind of taking quite a while to get to your destination here, but there's so much to find out, so many people to listen to.
Parasites resent it, condemn it, or worse yet, take credit for themselves.
Nice finally consorting with the equally talented, eh? Getting recognized properly, being part of something bigger.
Absolutely. Now, if this is pre the revolution on Rapture, now, in all the other games, it kind of kicks off at some point, you know, it all goes crazy. So I wonder if this will be part of the beginning of the revolution, whatever we're about to do here today, or will this place not go to hell the way all the other kind of Bioshock place does, the other Bioshock games have. There's so much dialogue around; it's fantastic. And don't think I've spotted repetition of people yet, but I'm sure it must be there somewhere. Actually, no, I tell a lie. We've seen... That was the guy there from the other side, wasn't it? So, a bit of repetition going on. But there's enough variation to keep me happy. Art, science, industry, power, no masters, only men. No women, though, obviously.
Funny,
What?
you're not knowing about the Little Sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs.
Oh, burn!
If I learned anything about Rapture, I thought it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
It's
Where
the
are we headed?
fists
Men
of
need
communism
to
in this
use
year.
it.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
So what is it with Booker and hunting for girls? I mean, I don't mean that in a kind of a dodgy way. I mean that purely in a legitimate way. But clearly there's something going on with here and Booker and this other small girl. But I believe we must be in some
When's
sort
the
of...
last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world
The
values
orphanage.
children,
Big Daddy.
not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Refreshment, sir. Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
Ah! That was crazy! Okay, so here's a question. So if I'm Booker and she's Elizabeth, are we the same Booker and Elizabeth? Well, I guess the answer has to be no, because otherwise we wouldn't know each other, we wouldn't be seeing each other. But if we're an alternative universe, multiverse version, then that means we're still father and daughter, surely. Because that part can't be changed. Like, genetically, she can't be someone else's daughter, unless, of course, she's come from a different universe. But she's still a Booker's daughter. But does that mean I then have a second daughter? Is that what this other girl is? Or is this then an Elizabeth from another universe that's come over here with her knowledge? Does she still have the gifts that she does in the other ones? So many questions, and I need answers.
Decent sort. The Italians. Papa this and Papa that. They can't take a crap without a papal dispensation.
The waiters obviously must be using the vigors to whip around and supplies everyone needs. Oh, I've lost Elizabeth though. Where's she gone? Elizabeth!
Oh, I suppose I shouldn't have drank so much when I was pregnant. Clearly. Not changing it now.
I told her. Listen to your worries. Buy a puppy. Me? I got better things to do.
I hope that wasn't your attempt at pillow talk, darling.
She's had that cigarette lit quite a few times now. There's Elizabeth. Am I following you or are you following me? Got a lovely little lost and found here, and a lovely little light effect there. You can see the way the HDR effect's kind of bleeding into the rest of the... wow. Is that a man, kind of a very, very bizarre form of shadow puppetry? Oh no, there is actually a man on top with a big light.
Mr. DeWitt,
That's cool. What?
find my source inside of that club.
Okay.
Is that lunatic?
But I'm looking around. Oh, there's more of them. All these artists miming away.
I consider Cohen's work obscene.
It's Clark Kent. Consider his work obscene. The business Rapture
Private
is
party.
business.
No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Hi, my name's Booker DeWitt. I'm very confused.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're expected.
No mask, no entry.
Stuff shit.
These invitation masks he spoke of, they must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the Artist Struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
That's logic. That's logic. Obtain a mask from a local shop owner. It looks like there's 3 stores that might have received invitations to Cohen clubs. You can choose your current objective from the objective screen. Press left alt to access it. Gameplay menu. Left alt. There we are. Well, I guess we'll go through an order then. We'll search the golden rule, and then get back out again. Although there's no map on the floor. Or is it the old thing that you...
A man.
Is it the old thing that you press N or M and it all...
You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
Uh-oh.
I've known my share of Shylocks.
Not debts again.
You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt.
The golden rule. Isn't that the place I was going to?
I don't have all the flaws and drawbacks other people have. You know, emotions.
She doesn't have emotions.
I'm just
They're all gone. Right. She's the new Houdini.
He's got him in a department store.
In Fontaine's department store. If I wanted this...
It looks like we're here just before the kind of revolution takes place. You can hear the kind of rebellious discussions kind of beginning to take place. It's lovely kind of fit the way it's kind of fitting all of the different kind of games together. Superb. Let's open the door.
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
She's got beautiful eyes.
Distract the store owner while I take a look around.
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
They're far too big for like a normal human, but in terms of a stylized beauty, it's very well done. Well, good day, good day. Could you maybe...
Excuse me. The lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
Really?
The center curve
We shall...
Excuse me, sir.
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
I beg your pardon?
Oh.
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't know it?
Box.
The assurances of a
There we go,
great
Cohen.
father are of no
Must be somewhere else.
I will just help myself to a little bit of money as well. Not in the drawer. Now she is... She obviously has...
Off me!
She's beating him up. She obviously had specialist knowledge about that guy there, like, which would imply that she still has her abilities. There doesn't seem to be anything else to open up. If it's not in the Cohen box, maybe we need to go back out. There's nothing else here I can open up, unless it's on him. Could it be on him?
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Let's find another shop.
Where should we look next?
Excellent. We just beat up some guy and left.
Struggle or Rapture Records straight ahead?
Well, let's do the order she says. She said upstairs at the artist's struggle. Well, of course, taking in some local scenery and some ambiance. Hello? Hello? What have we got up here then? Okay, there's the artist's struggle, but let's just... Another beautiful fountain. A fountain at Fontaine, perhaps. Or not. Right, what's this? Pay slots. Need to know theatre. Let's give it a go. Taking the point out of Fontaine. Need to know theatre presents Taking the Taint out of Fontaine. A Rapture theatre production.
In the know?
Oh, yes.
You've doubtlessly sampled products from Fontaine Futuristics. But do you know why Ryan Industries saved it? Frank Fontaine, business leader and benefactor of mankind? Or was he the best friend the parasite ever had? Were you aware his businesses were a front for a smuggling ring? And were you also fooled by his supposed charity work? At his free clinic, patients became test subjects, and his orphanages were places that children disappeared into and never came out. Once they learned the truth, Rapture's Central Council called for the arrest of Fontaine Futuristics' owner. But, a coward to the end, Fontaine found a hail of bullets preferable to facing justice. The Council asked that Ryan Industries assume the burden of stewardship of Fontaine's ill-gotten assets. And Andrew Ryan accepted that burden for the people of Rapture. Now all citizens can enjoy these products, free of criminal taint. Now you know.
Now I know. Well, thank God for Andrew Ryan saving us from the evil of Fontaine. Pay slots cost me $1, and it gave me... Oh, I've got a profit. Let's play the other machine as well. No, never. 7. Oh no, it's 1. Okay, yeah, let's quit. Fine. You're right. You're right, I'm wrong. Let's go and check out the artist's struggle. This is such a beautiful city.
I hope all of his crowd are enjoying themselves. Locked up forever.
Gotta hand it to the old man. Locking up Fontaine's thugs in his own department store. That's poetic justice.
Okay, well that gives us the location of where Fontaine's men will be, but not in the artist's struggle. Let's pop in. That's cool. That's kind of like very Superman 2, Jor-El's head, you know, that kind of the judge in the sky. Bit of modern art. I do love the artistry that they put into these games. I think looks a bit like the Scream there in terms of the face, but obviously the background and the surrounding is different. But it's nothing in these games ever feels like an accident. You know, it's all, the artwork is very carefully chosen here. This has been very, this is very artistically put together as a room. You know, the curvature there of the sides, the way the lights are highlighting different part of that head. It's very, very good. And a lovely decoration on the shopkeeper there. I wonder if we can even read the newspaper. Possibly not. Shall we?
That dish I walked in with. You give her the Star treatment, pal. That'll make it worth your while.
But of course, right away.
Oh, she's gonna beat him up, isn't it?
Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Would you like me to tell you what it means?
Whiskey.
Oh, would you?
Oh, I just
I'd like so much to understand.
didn't mean to do that.
Intended to show us the struggle of the great man.
No, nothing over here. Oh, here you go. Here's the Cohen box. Still empty.
Well, only one place left.
Can't get into the safe. There may be riches galore in front of me, but I...
Oh, what's this one? Oh, please, it's so beautiful. What does it mean?
There you go. I'm back.
So much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
Well, good. I made it out in time. No one had to get knocked out this time. Nice little conversation there about artwork, and a beautiful rose there for me to pick up. Now, the final one she said was straight ahead, but that was when we were downstairs.
Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
She's very cynical. Very cynical indeed.
How am I gonna get work with my leg all busted up like this? Foreman says I should have been more careful.
Ah, yes.
Something will turn up. Adversity breeds opportunity. That's what Ryan
No social benefits in Rapture. What's the name? Le Marquis d'Eplicourt or something. I can't pronounce that. I'm such a boozer. Hello, yes, I'm here. I'll just here for my regular, thank you. Rapture cut plug, smoke and chew. Need to know theatre. Well, let's find out a bit more information, shall we? The greatness of Dr. Bridget Tenenbaum. Need to know theatre presents The Greatness of Dr. Bridget Tenenbaum, Rapture Files. I'm in the know.
Innovation and competition are what fuel Rapture. But that fuel can be diluted with rumor or flat-out lies.
Gene Bank, cool.
The rumor monger asks, what are these so-called splicing side effects? Well, take a look around you. Do you see anything wrong with your neighbor? The rumor monger asks, why has Tenenbaum withdrawn from the public's eye? Dr. Tenenbaum is a scientific mind unparalleled, even in Rapture. She's no doubt in her lab, toiling away at her next great innovation. I heard she was in cahoots with Fontaine. Merely slander from jealous naysayers. Remember, Rapture competes through innovation, not cheap shots. Bridget Tenenbaum is a woman who represents the best of science and industry. In other words, she's a Rapture gal. Now you know.
Now I know! That must be why we passed that woman that was like, I'm without emotion. Like she must have been spliced and diced for some kind of improvement. Let's play the slots, shall we? Why don't we play them both? What have we got? Nothing and nothing. It's going well. Anything else in here? Just some wine and health, which I don't need at the moment. And some cheese. Bit of wine and cheese. Lovely attention to detail as always. Right, we were supposed to go, in quotes, straight ahead for our final location. We were at Rapture Records. Oh yes, most definitely.
Darling, that line actually work on anyone before closing time?
Right, so what was the last place we were looking for? It was called Rapture Records. Oh, that's that fact. That is the one that we're actually right in front of. Sorry, I thought that was the shop that we were yet to go to, but in fact, it is right here. And actually, we have just hit our half-an-hour closing time for this first playthrough as well. So we shall enter Rapture Records when we return in Bioshock Infinite DLC Part 2. I do hope you have enjoyed this first part. If you have, do give the video a like. And if you got any questions, comments, or ideas, I'd love to hear about them and chat with you and debate this wonderful little spot of DLC in the comments section below. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.